Good morning. So last time we saw the power amplifiers. In that, first one is a class A power amplifier. So this is a class A power amplifier in which the Q point or operating point of a transistor is at the center of the DC load line, that is in the active region, center of the active region. Okay, so that for the full input cycle, transistor is in active region and it conducts overall 360 degree. Okay, this is 180 and this is 180, that is 360 degree. For 360 degree transistor conducts. Okay, and we get a full maximum amplified waveform, that is collector current IC. We get maximum as that of the IB, and we get also maximum variation in the voltage, collector to emitter voltage, that is output voltage. It is 180 degree inverting between input and output. Okay, so that is another point. So the drawback of this class A is when there is no input voltage, Q point is at the center of the load line, and we have VCEQ and ICQ. So this is the current and voltage that are used by the transistor when there is no input voltage. Okay, so without any amplification there is a power loss that is given by VCEQ into ICQ. So because of this power loss, efficiency of this class A power amplifier is decreased. It is not a pure 100%. So we know the efficiency, P out divided by P in into 100, that is the percentage efficiency. But here the percentage efficiency is decreased up to 25%. Okay, so this is the drawback of this class A power amplifier, but it is used in a audio amplification because we get undistorted output. Undistorted means there is no any distortion at the output. Okay, so this is one advantage, that we get the undistorted output and efficiency is decreased up to 25%. So another one is the class B power amplifier, in which to avoid the power loss, the Q point of a transistor is at operated of the cutoff region. So because of this, it is operated at cutoff region. When there is no input signal, the current flowing through the transistor, that is IC, is 0, because I showed here a cutoff region, and this is a minimum, that is a reverse leakage current, or we can say that it is a leakage current flowing through the transistor. It is very small and it is negligible, that is nearly equal to 0. But theoretical purpose, I showed here the cutoff region, and the Q point is at the boundary of this cutoff region, so that when there is no input signal, there is a current through the transistor, it is 0. Okay, it is very small, but it is considered as 0. Okay, so that's why, as current is 0, we get a VCE into IC, that is equal to 0. Okay, so this is a power loss with a 0 input signal. But when we apply input signal, the Q point enters into the active region for the positive half cycle, and so that we get only positive half cycle amplification. Okay, and there is no amplification at the negative half cycle, because Q point enters into the cutoff region when the negative input signal is applied. Okay, negative half cycle is applied, the Q point enters into the cutoff region, and there is no amplification. Okay, so because of this, the power loss whatever in class A, so this power loss becomes equal to 0 in the class B power amplifier. So efficiency of this amplifier gets increased, so it is up to 78.5%, but it has a distortion. So in class A power amplifier we get distortionless output, but here the half cycle is not appeared at the output, so there is a distortion of 50%. Okay, so last time we saw the class B push pull amplifier, because if we use this class B power amplifier, it amplifies only positive half cycle, so it is avoided with this class B push pull amplifier. So we use two transistors and the input is applied to the base of the transistor. It is the inverted form, so that we get a maximum amplification, full cycle amplification. But this class B push pull amplifier has a distortion that is called as a crossover distortion. That is because when the positive half cycle, the transistor T1 is on and T2 is in off state. At the negative half cycle, this will turn on and this is turn on. But we require a 0.7 volt between base to emitter to turn on the transistor, so that from 0.6 volt plus to minus, no transistor will turn on. So we get output voltage 0, and this distortion is known as a crossover distortion. To avoid this crossover distortion, we use another amplifier that is known as a class AB power amplifier. So in that class AB power amplifier, the Q point of the transistor is situated just above the cutoff region. Okay, it is situated just above the cutoff region, so that the transistor can amplify the more than half cycle waveform but less than full cycle. If we observe here, so this, for the part of this negative input, the transistor goes into cutoff region. So for this only we get a amplification which is greater than half cycle but less than the full cycle. So it has a little bit distortion, but that crossover distortion is avoided with a class AB push pull amplifier. So we know that, so this is a class B push pull amplifier. Same arrangement is for the class AB push pull amplifier. So because of this situation, okay, because of this arrangement, the Q point is just situated above the cutoff region. So because of that, this crossover distortion is avoided. Okay, so in this class AB power amplifier, the transistor is now in conducting state for greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. Okay, more than half cycle but less than full cycle. So this is another comparative point between these four power amplifiers. Okay, so because of that, its efficiency is a little bit decreased up to say near about 75%. Okay, and the class B power amplifier has efficiency that is 78.5%. So it is decreased near about 75%, but it has a distortion which is also decreases. Okay, because in the class B power amplifier there is a 50% distortion because half cycle is don't appear at the output. So here the less than half cycle is distorted at the output. That means it is not appeared at the output less than half cycle, so that its efficiency distortion is becomes greater than the 50%, less than the 50%. Okay, its distortion is less than the 50%, so distortion is decreases. Okay, so distortion is decreases but efficiency also decreases. Okay, so it avoids the crossover distortion. Such power amplifier is used to avoid a crossover distortion. So here application is push pull. Okay, push pull amplifier. So this is application same that of the class B. So next one is a class C power amplifier. So in that class C power amplifier, if you see here, the Q point is in the cutoff region. Okay, below the cutoff boundary. So in the cutoff region, so here is the Q point operated in the cutoff region, so that when we apply input signal for less than half cycle, the Q point enters into the active region, and for that cycle only we get amplified. So less than half cycle, the Q point enters into the active region and we get amplified. But we know that when Q point is in active region, then and then only we get the output waveform amplified. But here for the part of this half cycle, okay, for this part of this cycle, the Q point enters into the cutoff region, and for that half cycle we get amplified, okay, at the output. So it is very less amplification. It has a high distortion. Okay, high distortion, because only less than half cycle is only amplified. So this remaining half cycle is totally goes out of the picture. So there is no amplification for this cycle. So this transistor conducts less than 180 degree. Okay, only for this part. So less than 180 degree. So here transistor conducts greater than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. So here it conducts less than 180 degree. Okay, so it has a distortion, but advantage is when the Q point, when for the zero input signal, Q point is in cutoff, so transistor is totally off state, so there is no power loss. So its efficiency is increased up to 100%. So high distortion and but efficiency increases 100%. So this is the comparative point. So operating point in the cutoff region. Okay, so this is a class C power amplifier. So this is used in oscillators. Okay, so this is oscillator. Oscillator is a circuit. When we switch on the circuit, we get the output AC. So for such type of applications, that is oscillator, we use a class C power amplifier. Okay, so class A is used for, okay, class A is used for audio amplification, class B is used for class B push pull amplifier, class AB is used for class AB push pull amplifier, and this class C is used for the oscillators. Okay, so this is the application of class C. Okay, now we are going to see the transistor as a switch. So we know the transistor, there are two types of transistor, NPN and PNP. So here transistor main application is amplifier, but sometimes transistor can be used as a switch. Okay, so it is operates electrically. Okay, so this is NPN transistor, it acts as a switch. Okay, how it acts like a switch? When we apply a base voltage VB, positive base voltage, the transistor will turn on. As transistor will turn on, current flows through the transistor, that is IC current flows through the transistor, and it acts like a closed switch. Okay, current flow means it acts like a closed switch. And if the base voltage is 0, okay, if we apply a base voltage 0, okay, or negative, well, it is NPN transistor. Okay, and in NPN transistor base voltage should be high. So if we apply a 0 volt to the base, then transistor is in off state. So this transistor is in off state, collector current through this transistor is 0 ampere and it acts like a open switch. Okay, so this is a switch. So this transistor acts like a switch which is operated with a base voltage or a base current IB. So to observe how it can be used as a switch, there is a simple circuit. So here we require a collector resistor RC which acts as a load, we know that. So plus VCC is applied and it is applied to the collector. So emitter is grounded, so it is common emitter type. So we get here output voltage VCE, voltage across the transistor. So we apply a base resistor RB. Okay, when the base voltage is applied plus 5 volt, okay, VB is nearly, or if you apply a 5 volt, then because of this 5 volt the base to emitter junction gets forward biased. So this junction gets forward biased and base current IB flows through the transistor. Okay, as base current flows from base to emitter, the transistor will turn on and maximum collector current flows through the transistor so that it acts like a closed switch. Okay, the current flowing through the transistor, same as that of when we close the switch, the current flows through the switch. It acts like the same thing. If this same circuit and if we apply a base voltage is 0, okay, so this is RB and this is RC. If you apply plus VCC, same condition is there. If you apply 0 volt, okay, so VB equal to 0 volt. 0 volt means just you have to connect this to ground. Okay, so this is a ground, just you have to connect. 0 volt means this is 0 volt, this is higher volt. So 0 volt means you have to connect it to the ground. So in this case there is no forward bias between base to emitter junction. As there is no forward bias, okay, that means we can say it is just like a reverse bias. So this transistor is in off state. Okay, this transistor is in off state means there is no collector current flowing through the transistor and it acts like an open switch. That means there is no current flow. So that's why the transistor is acts like a switch. So it is a switching action. So when it is in on state, it acts like a closed switch. When it is in off state, it acts like a open switch. Okay, so this is the just like a explanation. So we know that output voltage VCE. Okay, so we know that VCC equal to, what is the VCC equal to? Voltage across RC plus voltage across transistor. So it is VC into RC. So VC is the voltage drop across RC. So VC into IC into RC. So what is the voltage across the RC? I into R. So IC into RC plus VC. So we know that when transistor is in on state, the collector current is maximum. There is some voltage drop across RC and there is some voltage drop across collector to emitter. So just see what will be the voltage VCE. Okay, if the transistor is full on, there is maximum collector current flows to the transistor. So this part is maximum. Okay, if you compare this VCC is fixed 10 volt or 5 volt something, and there is a maximum collector current flows to the transistor, so this part is maximum. Then what will be about this VCE? So VCE obviously decreases. Okay, so when the transistor is turned on, so we can say that VCE becomes equal to 0 volt. Okay, So this is the main understanding. The VCC equal to voltage across RC plus voltage across transistor. So IC into RC plus VC. As this transistor will turn on, collector current is maximum, and as collector current is maximum, VC drops. So VC becomes nearly equal to 0 if this transistor is maximum on. Maximum on means what? It is a saturation. Okay, maximum on means saturation, and transistor is in off, that means we can say that it is a cutoff state. So this transistor is cutoff state. When transistor is in saturation, it acts like a closed switch. When it is in cutoff state, it acts like an open switch. Okay, so this is the about the output equation, and from output equation we can find that when transistor is in saturation, collector current is maximum and VC equal to 0. Then what happens when it is in cutoff? When it is in cutoff, that means collector current is 0. Okay, so collector current is 0 and it acts like open switch. That means we can say that from this equation we can say that as collector current is 0, we get here VCC equal to VCE. So this is the voltage drop across the transistor, collector to emitter. So this VCC becomes equal to VC. So this voltage is nearly becomes equal to the VCC because collector current is 0. So this is the two situations where the transistor is in turn on, collector current flows, and collector to emitter voltage drop becomes 0. When transistor is in cutoff, collector current is 0 and the voltage drop across the transistor becomes equal to VCC. So these are the two main important points in regarding with this transistor. Okay, so that because of this action we can use this transistor as a switch. Okay, so this is the main application. So transistor can be used as in amplification circuits, as well as it can be used as a switching. So in direct coupling, we know that three different types of couplings, that is RC coupling, impedance coupling, transformer coupling, and direct coupling. So in the direct couplings, we know that the transistor acts like a switch. It is in on state or off state, saturation or in cutoff. So such type of circuits we use a transistor as a switch. Okay, we are going to stop here now. This chapter is finished over here. So there is one point, that differential amplifier. So we are going to study the differential amplifier in the 12th standard. So we are going to stop here. So meanwhile you have to study about this comparison between class A, class B, class AB, and class C power amplifier regarding with this Q point location, transistor conducts, then distortion, efficiency, and application. So we saw all these factors. So you have to observe this comparison between these four types of power amplifiers, and so whatever the differential amplifier we are going to study in this 12th standard. So now this chapter is over now. Okay, so we are going to stop here. Just you are going to observe this, solve these questions. Okay, filling the blanks, so that will helpful in the exam. So we are going to stop here now.